Hello. We are back. We are back. Ugh. Had some issues yesterday with Twitch and ended up calling off the stream because of that. Sorry, guys. I was really looking forward to doing some DayZ. Quite an adventurous game. I'm enjoying it a lot. We'll be back with more of that on, I'm guessing, Thursday over on twitch.tv/Rimbles. Trying to find a good server, trying to find the right one. The one I'm in right now, I literally, before stream right now, just walked into a military base and just strolled on in. And yesterday I walked through, I was like sprinting through the center of a pretty big city that I've heard is quite dangerous. And I had a glow stick strapped to my chest and I pulled the pin on a smoke grenade. It was like this bright yellow smoke grenade, and pinned it to my vest and sprinted through the middle of Chernogorsk. And there were no negative repercussions at all. That should be severely punished by a game. There's a ton of loot, and it's a low population server, so it's interesting for like getting used to, just getting a feel for the atmosphere of DayZ, like getting a feel for what the map looks like and feels like and stuff like that. But not the best for story generation or survival, stuff like that. So I'm probably gonna keep digging to find a good server and come back to that on Thursday with just a better place. We'll start the story of a new person. But yeah, where we're at today, we just released chapter 23 of RimWorld Adventure today around 1:30 my time. And I say this pretty often, but it is right now probably one of my favorite episodes. Just because it was a moment that it has a lot of interpersonal things that happened, a lot of drama, a lot of long-running storylines that are starting to get more enrichment. So I'm very happy with it. It's a bit longer of an episode. It's about 16 minutes, something like that, but I think it's well worth it. So if you haven't checked it out yet, I would highly recommend it. It's right here on my channel. And yeah, the rest of the story's there to catch up. At the end of every video, there is a link to the playlist, and it should be featured on the beginning of my channel when I'm not streaming live. The whole playlist. So if you want to catch up on the story so far, that's where to do it. But for now, boom, come on now. There we go. For now, we are going to hop into RimWorld, and we're going to catch up and see exactly where we are and what we need to do to get ourselves off of this planet. It feels like we are very close. We've felt very close for a while now, for a couple streams now. But this one has a good feeling about it. Probably this stream or maybe one more from here. We should be getting ready to hit that button and get the hell off this planet. So I'm going to get things set up for recording. And we are good to go. So let's hop on in and catch up with where we are with the colony prosperity of our faction, the League of Bowmen. Bing. Alright, where are we at? Well, these here are what we're going to be setting up as our ship defenses, essentially. I want to really get all of the... Oh boy, something's happening already. Are you serious? We just loaded in. We just loaded in, and within seconds, within under a minute, we have something going on. Okay. Well, what do we got? It's an infestation. Another one. Oh boy, this is going to be interesting. We've gotten an infestation in this area before. If you mine out under mountains, any place that's inside a mountain, or if you're using deep drills like this, you have a chance of provoking underground dwelling insects, and they are innately hostile. And they will come after you, and they will make your life very unpleasant. They produce hives, as we will see in just a moment here, which, if left unchecked, will reproduce and produce more hives, which produce more insects and exponentially become a bigger and bigger threat. To counter this, we installed an IED incendiary trap here, which will set things on fire, hopefully. And it's right next to where they are. So let's see what this does initially. We might want to get a Kai inside real quick. Just in case. In case they go hostile. We'll see. But they're gonna unburrow out of the ground and spawn in their hives and their insects, and probably very shortly trigger this. Here's some. Here's more. More and more. That's a lot. That's a lot. And they're already sort of wandering out. There we go. Set off the trap, and they have gone hostile. Okay. So they are going to go after our base. Unfortunately, that didn't do a lot of damage. We're going to have to get ready for combat immediately. They're going to take down those turrets very quickly. Yoko, our Arctic wolf with dementia, I would highly recommend you get inside. This is not a place where I want you to go. Where Yoko, let's put you on lockdown real quick. So we're going to need... Oh, Tim, no. This is not the home zone anymore, so I don't need anyone putting out fires in this area. No way, no how. Tim is also unarmed, so if you're just catching up from Chapter 23, Tim has been recruited. He is rejoined. Him and Fairwing are a couple, and they have a shared bedroom now, which is very nice. They seem much happier. But unfortunately, we got a little bit of a bug problem right now, so we're going to get Tim to go and grab some form of armament so that he can help defend the colony. Might as well get him armored up. Get his marine armor on, put your recon helmet on, and grab your incendiary launcher. Why not? We have 2 now, actually. So you'll be ready after that. You are drafted, and come down and hang out with a Kai. We're going to need Bowman, who has her charge rifle now. She is upgraded. She's no longer a sniper. She's now a frontline soldier. So we'll get her out here. We need Rat to get his armor and whatnot on. So go grab that, grab your sword. Oh, actually draft you first. Grab your sword and then come on down when you get a chance. Fairwing, my friend, you are a full-on sniper now. We'll put you, ooh, I guess, where are you? Right here? Let me put you up here. Grubby, you have your shotgun and we need the animals. The animals will be very helpful in this scenario, so we'll put you here. Make sure you're going actually there, this way, and then over there, and then we can assess that from that. Rokri, you are a nudist, so you can chill. Man, you got a minigun, so we're gonna bring you down right around there, and Akai is set to go. So the turrets will do their thing and most likely be killed off, which kind of sucks because we're trying to prep up for defenses right now, and losing those is gonna hurt pretty bad, but we'll try. We'll see what happens with this. They are very upset though. Luckily, this should at least do some damage to him and kill off these hives, so I don't have to worry about it so much. I'm not entirely sure if it's going to spread, but we're just going to cancel that so no one tries to go and rebuild it. But they are immediately hostile, so we're going to have to figure out something. Yeah, the second that engages, they're going to go after that. So we'll see what work the turrets can get done as we prepare a flank attack from over here. Elephant is pregnant. Sweet. Yeah, but they're already on this, and hopefully these will explode. Yeah, boom. Do some damage. Cool. Alright. But we are going to lose those turrets, which is not wonderful. Man is getting in position. Grubby's getting in position. Bowman is in position. Very good. Akai is as well. So we can just sort of get ready. Where's Tim? Tim is still putting armor on, so is Rat. Fairwing is ready and is watching for targets. She should be able to start shooting. Let's see. Who else do we have? So we got Bowman's ready and is going to be moving. Yes? No? No. Oh, there's a lot of dudes right there. Elephants are almost in position. Rat's getting ready. Grubby is almost there. Tim is getting ready. And Man is almost in position. Cool. We are almost ready. They're going to knock out the slug turret, though. That's not going to be fun. Ooh, damn. That was a good one. Okay. We've wiped out quite a few just from the turrets dying, which is a little bittersweet. We still got a second wave of these things, though. So maybe it's worth Grubby engaging these guys before they get up to the turrets, just so we can maybe save the uranium slug turret. That would be nice. And then we can get Akai and Bowman to come out on the flank once they engage with the elephants here. Good shot, Fairwing. Okay, Grubby, back out. Alright, we're getting their attention. Fairwing's going to attack, hopefully, these. The uranium slug turret's at 55%, so not great. Man is getting ready with his minigun to lay down suppressive fire on one spellipede. I don't know how I feel about that. Let's get Bowman and Akai out and in position. Don't want them firing into melee combat too much. Okay, Man, I want you to go here and see if you can fire on these guys. Yep, you're ready. The elephants are doing their work. Let's be careful about friendly fire. We have a very bad track record with friendly fire. We lost the uranium slug turret, and Fairwing is the next target, so we're going to bring Fairwing in so we don't have to worry about that. They are going to come back down after they wipe out the turrets, so we're going to have to be ready over here for that, as we are preparing to do. Grubby, we'll just put you actually right in the doorway here. Man will be ready to lay down fire on them. And Tim, let's get you right up here. Rat's ready too. Ooh, careful with friendly fire. No. Boom. Okay, so we got, what, 3 mega spiders left. It looks like most of the spellipedes are down. There's a couple over here that are fighting with the elephants, but we're in pretty good condition there. There's 1 turret left, and that's not going to last very long. So we'll do the best we can here. See what we can salvage. We've lost almost all of our defenses. But we have wiped out all of the insects. So let's just get all of our gunners up here and try and split them up a little bit. Fairwing, you can come down here. So only 2 left, it looks like. So I might actually break off the elephants, unrelease, and bring them inside. See if we can just gun these down, then we're not worried about friendly fire so much. Yep, one's down, and the other one looks like it's finished. So yeah, I think we've handled that pretty well. Looks like it's done. As long as we can take the hives out within the next day or so, we should be absolutely set. So crisis averted, but we did take some injuries. Cha-Cha is in rough condition. She's not doing too great. But, yeah. See, the insects, they seem like they're not that big of a threat, but they put a lot of injuries on there and a lot of bleeds, and that's not good. So looks like we're pretty much set. Let's get everyone back to where they need to go and get those animals tended. Raymond's awake. That's good, so he'll be able to go and help out. Why the hell are you just dropping meals on the ground here? Why are you doing that? This doesn't make sense. Why you have made so many meals? You're supposed to only make 30. Why are you making more? You're making fine meals. What are you doing? What are you up to? Let's reinstall this over here and then see if we can expand this zone down there. And you can't haul. Okay, so that's pretty much everything. That's good. We just lost all of our defensive turrets on that side. That's actually a pretty big blow. We're hurting for resources right now. Very badly. Now that Tim's back, a little less so. Which is nice. We're going to have Bowman go down and start clearing out these nests so we don't have to worry about them. Now that Tim's back and working on the deep drill, we're worried about resources a little bit less. We're replenishing our steel supply, and we do have quite a few of these slag chunks. Not a ton. We've smelted most of them, but we have a couple slag chunks that we can break down into steel, so we're replenishing that supply. But components and steel have been an issue for quite a few days now. So in order to get all of our defenses up and running where we need them, we're really going to have to get that fixed and address that issue pretty soon. So let's get these hives taken care of first, though. Once you're done with that, go there, and I guess we'll just reassign you when you're finished. Okay, that's done. Take that out. Then take that out if you can hit it from there. Okay. Well, we got a lot of insects. Doesn't really do a lot of good, but maybe we can tame one. 20% chance for them to attack. No, actually, let's not do that. And we can't eat the meat, which is the worst part. Okay, well, infestation handled. That's done. Cool. Quickly and effectively resolved. That's what I like to see. So 1 uranium slug turret down, and now we've rebuilt. We have another one over here. We have a pretty big surplus of uranium. Quite a bit. So that's good. Let's see if we can get this rebuilt over here. We salvaged some of the resources. Kinda. Not really. They cost 300 steel, 30 plasteel, and 60 uranium. We basically got half of that back, essentially. 170 minus that, 120. So we got less than half steel, and the rest we got exactly half of the resources back. So something to salvage is better than nothing, but not great. So we're going to get that figured out. We also want to make sure that we're making shells. HE shells. Because I'm going to be making... Whoa, who is shooting? That sounds like Fairwing. Oh no, what? Oh, it's the turret. Oh, because there's a insect over here. You can't even hit it. What are you doing? How are you even targeting that? You don't have line of sight. Oh, it sucks because they actually basically spend resources when they do that. But man, did it pay for it. Good lord. Job done. Okay. Well, everyone's doing their best to tend up to the animals. Looks like Minoru is back in healed condition. Cha-Cha is starting to level out. Pretty much there. Get her back onto herbal if needed. Champion is a lot of little cuts, but out of danger. And Elephant 5 still needs some tending, but should be okay. Let's check animals real quick. We have an elephant calf that needs to be trained, and... Tim named an elephant Linus. See, that's a regular elephant name. Oh, all good. Welcome. Glad you could make it, Stitch. What's up? See, Tim knows how to name an elephant. Supermax didn't. I can't believe Cha-Cha is still going. I'm so happy to see that. I see so many elephant names that I don't recognize now. We started the stream, and within a minute, just to catch you up, within a minute, yeah, Cha-Cha's still alive. It's fucking shocking, to be honest. She's been a colonist for 3 years. It's mind-blowing. Within a minute of starting the game, loading the game in, we got an infestation. In the same area we got infestations before. There was an incendiary IED that I put right in there, and it actually set fire to 4 or 5 of the hives that were in there, but it immediately aggroed every single insect that was there, so they all came up and just laid waste to my turrets that were up here. There were a lot of them. A lot of them. Yeah. So that's done. We took care of them. But we lost every single turret that we have over on the western front. So I gotta go and rebuild the uranium slug turret over there. I gotta get some more of these mini turrets set up, and we're a little low on resources in general right now. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. I didn't even get to like recap where we're at, because within like 45 seconds it was like infestation. So just finished that. Yay! Yeah, you know, it's RimWorld. What do you expect? Yeah. So let's do a little catch up, I guess. Bowman is out of her catatonia. She is leveled out pretty well. Tim has been re-recruited, and he is now sharing a bed with Fairwing. They are back together, and they actually think very highly of each other. They can't think any higher of each other. They're having a great time. So I'm very happy, and it's nice that he's dressed up in his Space Marine armor when he's sleeping now. I didn't take that off of him, so it's funny. But yeah, apparently we have a massive surplus of food. I don't know what Raymond's been doing. He's basically just been producing food. I've got it set so that he cooks do until you have, and it should be 10 fine meals and 30 simple meals. So then I'll have 3 stacks of them here and just keep my meals contained to just this area. But he's been making them and just dropping them on the floor. So I actually have 50 meals when I should have 30. And they're not refrigerated, so that's becoming a little bit of a problem because no one will haul it because there's no space reserved for it. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with that, but we'll have to figure that out. I might have to do like a secondary meal zone in here. I don't really like doing that, but I like to have meals. Nah, we'll just do it here. We'll just say simple meals for now. Raymond, note, stop making meals. We don't need more meals. And you won't haul either, and Grubby won't haul either. Who is awake who will haul? Man will. Hey, man. That's a cow. Where's man? Hey, buddy. You come here and haul that, and then haul that. And then we get those actually counted into our inventory, so that the game registers that we have enough meals, and Raymond doesn't go, oh, we clearly don't have enough meals, when he's surrounded by meals. Which bill are you making right now? You're making 4 fine meals. Okay, fine meals work. They're prioritizing eating those anyway. I just like having simple meals so that I have something for them to fall back on. in case we run out of meat, which doesn't seem to be too much of a problem right now, but you know. Oh yeah, no, feed a fine meal to Cha-Cha. You know what? Screw it. She's been part of the colony for 3 years. She deserves something nice. Go for it. So yeah, ship is pretty much done right now. We've got all of the caskets built except for Grubby's. Sorry, bud. Because we're going to be putting the rest of our resources into defenses first before we put it into a cryptosleep casket for someone who may not even want to really leave the planet. So yeah, that's our priority hierarchy right now, is to get these defenses finished as soon as possible, and then rebuild these defenses if we can, at very least the uranium slug turret, just so we have a backup. In case we get hit from this angle. And hopefully some other turrets there. And then Grubby's casket last. So I want to, yeah, it all depends on how many resources we have. And we're actually gaining steel from this deep drill pretty quickly, which is definitely helpful. It's very nice to see that. So the only issue we've been having is components, and these turrets eat up components. They are very component hungry. So they're 3 apiece. And I think the uranium slug turret is 6. So yeah, we're gonna focus on that, and also producing more HE shells so we can get minefields set up in this area. And I need to also check out what granite blocks I have. How many? Ooh, I actually have quite a few. I want to just reinforce the shit out of this wall. Just make it as hard as possible for things to punch through. So I might actually do like 5 thick over here or something. Just really, really reinforce the hell out of it. Just so I force things, just at very least through inconvenience, force things to go around this direction. Because I'm expecting, this is the place where I'm closest to 2 edges of the map, so I'm expecting things to hit me from here the hardest. Up here, that's my main gate. I have pretty decent defenses here. They're not bad. And over here were probably my best defenses, now they're down. But it definitely allows me more time to think if things are coming from this angle and this angle. But from here and here, I need to get a very quick defense, so I'm going to try and reinforce this just to the point where it's not even worth trying to punch through, and see if that deters enemies into wanting to go this direction and get mowed down by a bunch of automated turrets. Because that would be nice. I might actually hold this door open so it entices people to go through there. But Akai's going to be building these sandbags here so we can get some sort of defense against just cover for the turrets, because they need it if we're going to be going against enemies with guns. And hopefully finish this, deconstruct these, get the power started coming down here, and if someone could get on smelting metal, that would be really sick. I'm not sure who's available for work like that. Rokiri is not having a good day. He has food poisoning, and his animal friends are not doing too great. Ugh. Who's chopping down trees? Akai is chopping down a tree. Okay, if you insist. See if Rat has some free time to do that. Rat, you want to take your armor off? Please? And Tim, oh, you look very badass. I'm very proud of you. But you're wearing tainted armor, and that's going to give you a mood debuff. So, we know how you are. You're a little temperamental emotionally, so it will just get those queued up. So yeah, I'm trying to not queue up too many build projects. Otherwise, right now it's basically just Akai that's building, so I don't want to overwhelm her with too many things. So I can really focus my priorities here. I should really be checking... Oh, it's raining. We're going to have to get those components out of the rain. I want to check how many components I have total. I have 12. That's going to be 3 for each turret, so that should finish those. So I can actually get those turrets going, I think. Not sure if I have enough steel. I don't. I'm going to need 400 steel. And I have 239. So Tim, MVP right here. But why just... Where's Rat? Rat, can you come here and chop this tree down real quick? Please. And Grubby's training the rat. Just keeping it tame. He has his priorities, I guess. What? Okay. And Yoko's having a Yoko moment again. Okay. I can take her off of lockdown. She was wandering out towards the animals. The insects, I should say. So, I had to put her on lockdown. Yeah. Oh. But we're pretty close, honestly. It would be really helpful if we had more people focused on resource gathering right now, but honestly, actually, you know what? Food supply can wait. Bowman, I'm gonna take you off of growing. It was nice to see you getting back into that. That was really nice, but I honestly am gonna need... What are you gonna be working on? You're gonna go harvest trees? Okay, I guess that works. I could use you mining, though you have no skill at all in it. Rokri could be doing that. What is Rokri up to? Crafting? For the most part? Seems like. Yeah, I can't really take Rokri off crafting. We need crafting. It's very, very important. Fairwing is basically just cleaning and hauling, which is quite useful. So Bowman, if plant cutting is important, we'll get you doing that just so we can get it out of the way. And I need people mining. That's like where I'm at right now. So unfortunately the only people who have skill in mining are Rokri and Tim. Rokri is crafting and Tim is already mining, so... Oh, we got another named elephant, Crusoe, and we're watching the rats breed. Grubby, you can wait. Okay, no, yeah, this is why we're leaving Grubby behind. That's okay. You don't train them while this... Oh, yeah, alright. Moving on. He is an odd one. But yeah, honestly, I just don't really know what to do about the mining. So, oh, you know what? I could focus people on smelting. I could focus Bowman on that. That's probably smart. So that would count as smithing, I think? Let's check. It doesn't even tell you, does it? Okay. Well, let's put her on Smith and Craft. And what are you doing? You're refining chem fuel from organics. Oh man, what? Oh, this is a pretty big moment. Oh, the smile is back. Yay. So, this is poetic that just a couple hours after I released the reconciliation of Tim and Fairwing, Tim proposed marriage to Fairwing. And Fairwing agreed, and they're now engaged. Aww. Well, they have quite a history, Fairwing and Tim. During an insect infestation problem that we had, I think it was our first infestation, that happened up here. We got you can still see the debris and stuff from it. We had an infestation up here, and we were trying to take care of it. Everyone's sort of sitting here, prepped up for battle, and just waiting to push and go into combat. And that's where Tim and Fairwing sort of hit it off. They were just sort of waiting, drafted, and interacting, and they became a couple there. And then after probably about a week tops, Tim proposed to her, and she turned him down, and that destroyed Tim. It really, really broke his heart and broke his will and his spirit, and he lost it big time. A lot of bad stuff came from that. He had a lot of breaks. He didn't get over it for a very long time. Very recently, Fairwing rescued Tim when he went into a daze. We had a bunch of huskies, manhunter huskies, that were circling the whole colony, and Tim was in a daze and just wandered out into the fields. Fairwing had to go rescue him, but that meant taking him prisoner. And she ended up being her and Bowman worked together to recruit him, and while he was in prison, they hit it off. Something changed in the way they saw each other, and they became lovers while he was in prison, and now he's been out for just probably a couple days, and he's proposed to her, and she said yes. So, Tim and Fairwing are engaged. It's a happy day. Yay. Let's see how this goes. Let's see if they'll actually get married before they leave the planet. I don't know. I don't know if they set a date. But that means that Fairwing is actually going to change her last name if she gets married. She won't be Fairwing anymore. I will probably still call her Fairwing, but she'll be Isabel Bohm, Tim Bohm's wife. Aww. That's exciting. We have a lot of food. Holy shit. Okay, maybe we don't need this much. Let's just, turn sewing off. Let's turn... Oh, we're using the rice mostly for chem fuel. It's okay if Bowman does that. We are gonna need chem fuel, so it's okay if she's crafting that instead of doing the smelter. So steel and chem fuel are gonna be, like, the things that we need. We now have enough for the turrets, though, so let's, yeah, Akai's gonna get the power set up. Let's get these turrets unforbidden, and then she can get set up. We also need to rebuild the spike traps, so that's gonna suck. It's gonna take a while. So yeah, Akai's gonna get started on all this. Cool. We can get these turrets up and running pretty soon, and Tim is still working really hard on this deep drill, and I'm very happy to see it. Looks like the elephants are healing up after their little dilemma. Very good. So we have a marriage spot that's put out here in the swamp and the fields because Rat and Akai were going to get married. Well, they did get married, and we wanted them to get married in the fields because we figured that made sense. That's where Rat spends all his time and all that. I guess Rat decided he didn't want to get married where he works all day. He'd like to see something a little different. I don't know. So they actually got married in the dining room here. But we still have a marriage spot over here, so maybe Tim and Fairwing will get married out here in the fields. I don't know. Oh, man is cleaning up all the debris from where the turrets exploded and took out insects with them. Not cleaning up the bodies, mind you, but he is gonna clean up the debris instead. Okay. Okay. That makes sense. Oh, we got more food poisoning. I think it's because all these meals were sitting out in the open. You're butchering, and we're leaving all the insect meat down here, I guess. Who's it? Okay, Akai is having... She's at a break risk. What's up? She's still hurting from Rod dying. Didn't really care that Mac died, I guess. They weren't really friends. But her and Rod were friends. Huh. All the rain, sleeping in the cold. Innocent prisoner died. Oh, I have a feeling something really bad happened last time. I forgot about that. I think someone murdered a prisoner, didn't they? I don't remember. It's been a while since we've streamed this game. I'm pretty sure that someone murdered a prisoner last time. That's... yeah... it might have been... Who was it? Was it Tim? Tim and Rat got in a fight. It was a couple days ago. Rat was in a fight. Looks like we're on Populous Nation. Attacked us. What about, was it? Oh, it was Rokri. Yeah, it was Rokri. Kiyoshi was the prisoner that we had. We took a prisoner from a raid that we had, and Rokri killed him. And that people are still hurting in the colony from just some insect gene line. I like, oh no, Sorn. I thought it said some. That's so funny. Like, yeah, it's some insect gene line. We don't know which one. It is one of them. Yeah, the innocent prisoner died debuff is not a fun one. You know what? Raymond, you can be Cha-Cha's master if you want. It'll keep Cha-Cha safe. The problem is Cha-Cha is supposed to be a warrior. No, you're not Crusoe's. Yeah, we'll assign you to Cha-Cha. That's fine. There you go. Yep, so we still got a lot of training to do on the animals here. 4 more need to be trained to do guarding and release, at least, attack. And then we'll pretty much double our attack force, or defense force, I guess, that we have right now. But, man, it sucks to see Akai not doing great. She's had a rough life. For real. It's like the best time in her life has been the time she spent at the colony. Like, she grew up as a test subject. She was trained to be basically a genetically altered super soldier, and she was put into like a super soldier training program as a child, and then was sold into slavery. And then she was frozen. She's, what is she, 35? She was frozen at, I guess, around age 30, I'm guessing 32? How long is she? Yeah, something like that. 33. And we woke her up out of stasis. She was in one of these pods in here. And she immediately joined the colony, and within probably a season or two, she ended up marrying Rat, and they're a family, you know? Haven't really talked about her too much. She's a really cool character. She's not really capable of doing a lot because she just had such a weird, non-traditional life. But yeah, she was a factory worker. She was just sold into slavery to do factory work. And she was just shoved into a cryopod and frozen for about 40 years. And she woke up with a bunch of insects around her in there, and that wasn't great. So we saved her and rescued her. Her name was Chinchilla at the time. We renamed her to her birth name of Akai. And she's basically been our soldier ever since. But she's also taken up construction, which she doesn't really have a natural disposition to do. It's just something that she's gotten really good at from doing a lot of it. And now she's pretty much our primary builder. I'm pretty sure she is our primary builder. Is Tim our builder too? He is. He's about the same ability. He just has so many things to do right now, so Akai's been sort of compensating for that because she hasn't had much else she can do or wants to do, and she's actually gotten better than Tim, just from experience. So that's pretty cool. Bowman, stop making drugs, we need steel. I need you to be refining. Let's turn crafting down. You're making a fire foam shell. No, we don't need fire foam shells. We most definitely do not need fire foam shells. Why are we even... no. Wooden spike trap. Can you just smelt this? Who's assigned to it? Anyone at all is assigned to it. Just please. We need it. The more steel we have right now, the more of a cushion we have so that we can actually get defenses put in and get them up and running. I want to make sure I have enough steel to be able to produce more components and also be creating turrets at the same time. So we don't run out at any point. I want to just keep that a steady flow of steel coming in. Excuse me. Alright, Akai. Akai! What are you doing? She's been sneaking yayo. What are you doing? For real? How long have you been doing this, Akai? Okay, well, since we've been talking about Akai, here's a little fun little fact. Apparently, Akai has a little drug habit. She has a chemical fascination. That means that she's not going to listen to any of the drug policies that I have. She's just going to do whatever the hell she wants. So she's been shoving our, basically our money supply up her nose for a while, apparently. I didn't even know she's been doing it, but I just caught her in the act. So, honestly, I'm not too off-put by that. She moves a lot faster now, which is nice. I don't think it affects manipulation, which kind of sucks. So it would be her building faster. That would be awesome. I'd say go for it. Why not? She does have a little bit of a tolerance, so it seems like this isn't her first time. It kind of sucks because that's our money. That's, you know, when we get exotic good traders, bulk good traders, whoever wants it. This is where most of our money in the colony has come from. It's been, yayo. It's very cheap to produce, so you don't need any precursor chemicals for it. It just takes, what, 32 psychoid leaves for 4 yayo. So that's, I don't even want to do the math. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do the math, sorry folks. So from each one of these you get, looks like 7 to 30, somewhere in there, yield of leaves per plant, and then translates into 32 to 4. So if I get a good yield on one of these plants, it's 4 yayo per plant, and that's like optimal yield. You're never gonna get that, but that's still it goes for a lot of money. A lot of money. It's 21 bucks at like the best possible trade, which you're not gonna get. You're probably gonna get like $8, maybe less, probably less per yayo. But you think about it, like 8 silver per individual unit, and right now I have what, 107 on a resource that is 100% replenishable. It costs nothing to plant it. All it takes is time to process it from leaves down into yayo. That's why I do that instead of flake, which you need. I think you need precursor chemicals for. Maybe not. You definitely do for Go Juice and for Wake Up. Those need processing. They need this neutroamine is a precursor chemical so that you can actually produce them. They're worth a lot more, like twice, 4 times as much, somewhere in there. But you do need to buy a chemical to be able to do that, and you need to have a reliable supplier for that, and I just don't have that. So, yeah. I've been just going au natural. You got a raider camp mission here that it's going to expire in 24 hours. They want us to take out a camp controlled by Uran Populous Nation, or Union, I should say. Get some neurotrainers and Glitter World Medicine or Goodwill, but yeah, no. What we're going to do instead is we're going to, I'm remembering a plan that I've had, we're going to build a transport pod here. We're going to see if we can pack that full of clubs, since our trade mission has kind of been scrapped. We'll see if we can fire the clubs as a gift to a colony, as many as we can cram into a transport pod, and then just get goodwill from giving them gifts. I think that's a good plan right now, and we can do it as many times as we have steel, and I guess it's 1 component for each transport pod. So yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna try it, see how it goes. Akai is very focused on building these traps right now. Bowman, oh, you've been making steel for a very long time. Why don't you take a little break? What do you need? You're very hungry. You're very, very hungry. Yeah, go take a break. You have been working incredibly hard. We have quite a bit of steel now. Look at that. Just from having Tim on the mining drill and Bowman on just smelting down this scrap metal and turning it into raw steel, we now have doubled almost our steel supply. That'll last us for I don't know, probably in a day. We have so much shit we need to rebuild, but I really want to get those turrets prioritized ideally. Let's see what we need to do for power. We're going to need to extend the power grid down 1, 2, 3, 4, and then run it across. So hopefully that'll work. Okay, why are you prioritizing the traps, though? I don't understand your logic here. I also don't understand why wooden spike traps do more damage than steel ones. Maybe they don't. I think they have the same kind of spring chance. It's like, if you go to steel spike trap, 100% spring chance, 100 melee damage, armor pen 150, and then go to wooden spike trap. Okay, so they have less armor pen, significantly less damage, but they cost wood instead of steel. That's why I'm doing it. Okay. I'm like looking back and assessing why I've made the choices that I have. Yeah, steel obviously seems like it's gonna be the best choice. You'd think that having a stone trap would be good. Would be almost like better than steel, but it actually isn't, from what I've noticed. It seems like I was looking at it because I have a lot of stone. It does less damage than steel and has less armor pen too. It's weird. Alright, Bowman, what do you do? You're hauling. Hauling steel out to the conduits. What? Your secondary construction. What? So you're supposed to be doing smithing. But that's not a smithing job, is it? No, Bowman, I really don't need you doing construction. I'm gonna level with you here. I don't need you doing that. If anyone could be doing backup building, it would be Man right now. But Man is thoroughly tasked with cleaning the entire colony. It's a lot of work. There are a lot of animals. Most of the crap that's around is like animal filth and dirt that's been tracked in by all the animals. Wow, we have such a huge surplus of food. Good lord. That's actually not great. That's actually not great at all. Because, yeah, it could go bad before we actually eat it. And it means that we're putting too much work into the fields. That too much time is being spent out here. That doesn't need to. We're generating a surplus. That's not. We're in turn sowing off on the potatoes. Potatoes seems to be like what we have by far the most of. So once we have corn going, potatoes most definitely have less of a priority in here. Let's even turn this off, honestly. I want the rice because we're going to be making that into chem fuel. We're going to need chem fuel. Corn is always good for just food. Do we need cloth right now? Not really. I mean, we need it for sandbags. That's why I've been focusing on it. And any kind of textiles. It's good to be able to make your own clothing. Yeah, I might, if I can free up Rat to do other things, I think that would be good. Let's see what else he can do. He can't mine, but he can do crafting stuff. He's pretty decent at it. He's level 6. So yeah, if I can free him up for that stuff, that'd be wonderful. But he's going to do hauling instead. Of course he is. Go for it, dude. Yeah, so I'm not going to be doing this mission. But I am planning on doing the transport pod stuff. So where is Akai? What are you doing? You are still making spike traps. So why don't we just prioritize this transport pod for now, just so we can get started on that. Man, that is not a priority area to be cleaning. Just, can you prioritize cleaning the trafficked areas first? Who's chopping down trees? All this insect meat is rotting away. That's no skin off my back. Alright, I think once I hit 1,000 steel, I'm gonna have Tim switch over to construction. Makes sense in my head. We'll do that. Akai is gonna see if she can get that transport pod built. And then hopefully, unfortunately, we are not in range to be able to send gifts to South Hintior, which really sucks because they're the ones that would be the most helpful to have as allies. We're like not even close to range with them. But we can send them to Kinship of Barrow They're a tribal faction, so but bodies are bodies. You know, if the shit hits the fan, like, more people we get, the better. So let's see how many of these. We have 32 slate clubs and 12 wooden clubs. Let's see how many we can cram into this pod. Looks like we can fit all of them. That's awesome. You guys want a bio-coded EMP launcher? I can't use it. There you go. It has no market value at all, but you can have it. Maybe you can find a use for it. I don't know. Do you know what this is? You're tribal people. So we're basically arming their military. You know what? This was a mission that we were going to give to them anyway. All this stuff was for them. So yeah, this actually works out fine. We don't really need... We can give them some dead people clothing too. How about that? We'll give you some tainted clothes. You like that? You like dead people clothing? That's good stuff. Got a parka. We can finally get rid of that. Whose parka was that? I think that was Fairwing's parka. She's a nudist and she insisted on wearing a parka. Is that true? Did Fairwing switch? Yeah, she switched to a duster, it looks like. I don't think it's going to let me see her gear. That's cool. Alright, we still got quite a bit of space on this thing too. That's awesome. Let's load it up. I'm thinking of this as like, as though I were trading with them, because I don't really need money. I need things. And I most definitely need goodwill right now. So if I can just send them stuff that I would be trading, we'll just send them a bunch of military gear. How about that? Not the longsword, I don't think. I think that's one of ours. We'll, I don't know how I feel about giving guns to a tribal faction. It seems like it's kind of like influencing evolution or something. We could just send them a bunch of insect bodies. Send them a battery, they might like that. It's worth $200. Glow pod? You want glow pod? We'll give you that. Yeah, why not the battery? We'll see. That should make them happy, I hope. And we can send them some yayo. Oh, man. Oh, we could send them a lot of yayo. Holy shit. How about leather instead, though? I think yayo going to an exotic goods trader would probably be like one of the most important things we could get right now, because then we could possibly get prosthetics. If we can get Fairwing a prosthetic or like a bionic eye, that would be awesome. She definitely needs that. Let's get rid of any kind of leathers that we have. Panther fur, you can have that. Chinchilla fur and guinea pig fur. Rhino leather, I don't know if we have enough to actually make anything with that. And we'll just get, yeah, fuck it, let's just do all the leather, why not? And we're almost full, so what else? We can send them some meals, they might like that. Wow, we had like 50. Oh, I guess we're at, what, 42 now? That makes sense. Alright, there's 10 simple meals. It's going to take them forever to load this up. And what else? What else could we give these people? Make them like us. You want a simple research bench? I could give you that. Why not? Let's scratch those meals. I want a research bench. You want that instead? It's 20. Do that. And then, how do we balance that out? Let's scratch the research bench. This should be absolutely fine. This will be a lot of stuff. So hopefully they'll appreciate this. We're just kind of launching it at their base. And here's a bulk goods trader. Immediately. Who's it from? South Hintior. We can build goodwill with them somewhat by trading. Where's Tim? Now we can do trade. Yay. Tim, go talk to Riley. They're a bulk goods trader. They might have something useful. At very least, they'll have components, and that's what we need right now. We need raw materials, so it is good that we're getting bulk goods, because we definitely need things. We need steel. We need plasteel. Actually, we're pretty good on plasteel, for now at least. We need components, though. Definitely. They have goats. Alright. What do you got? Components. They have 36. Well, most of the things that we would be giving to them, we're donating right now. So, we have 593 silver. I'm just gonna buy components. We'll do 10. That's 411. Okay. Where are they? Oh, here they are. Man, go haul those components. We're getting set. Kai's going to bed. Tim will, I guess, probably join. Yeah, Rokri's been using the steel, so we'll get Tim to join in construction in the morning. Will they buy wood? I'm not sure. Let me grab Tim real quick. Let's find out. You like how they're checking out my ship? Yeah, I don't. I don't want anyone coming by. Oh, hey, this is interesting. What's in this warehouse? Nothing. Don't look here. Let's see. I honestly don't have too much wood. Oh, damn it. I should be giving them gifts, shouldn't I? I'm looking for it down here in the don't want category, but I don't see it. I'm not sure if I have... I've got to have wood. They want things that are made of wood. I don't know. Do I not have wood in supply? I've been spending it on all these traps. I may not have any in stock. But you know what? I'm very interested in giving them gifts right now, and I'm kind of interested in giving them the gift of gold. I have a lot of it. Because this is South Hintior. Like, these are the guys that I want to be joining me. Don't what? What are you don'ting me? I want to give gifts to these people, trust me. I'm gonna give them 50 gold. About the wood? I don't think I have any. I'm not sure. Unless I'm missing something. It is quite humid and it's hard for me to tell. Oh, it actually tells you. how much it's going to impact it. Oh, that's crazy. That's awesome. Okay. So what's my relations with them right now? Let's find out real quick. Real quick. Hold on. These guys. But one more thing. But one more thing. Hold on. Wait. So I need to get this above 75. If the relations rise above 75, they will be allies. So right now they are 51. I need 25. This is going to be very difficult. If I give them a cow, that is 1. If I get... Oh, I have a huge surplus of food, though, and they're a bulk goods trader. All of my potatoes is 12. Let's do 1,500. Then we've got some excess. Rat is a really good grower. We're not losing anything. That's 11. If we can get this up to 25 just now, we can call them in as allies when it's time to, like, to push the button, which hopefully will be pretty soon. Ooh, if I give them all my cocaine, it brings them up to 24. Now we're talking. You guys want a power claw? 26. Let's, how about less? Yeah. Well, less. Well, yeah, okay. 120. That's fair. Yeah. We'll hold on to 15. We're penny pinching here. Because, you know, Akai needs to be able to walk faster. So. We can also get rid of the bedroll, actually. Oh, you don't even want it. It's a masterwork. Fuck you. It's good stuff. Okay, so if we give them, the only reason I would ever gift 1,500 units of potatoes to these guys is so that they can become my allies. I should overshoot it a little bit. I feel like I should. Do you guys want insect meat? Oh, you actually will take it. I will not be using this on anything. It's extremely unappetizing, but it'll give me an extra point. So there's that. Okay, so we're going to offer these gifts to them. We're going to be giving them 554 insect meat, 1,500 potatoes, 120 units of yayo, and a kind of damaged power claw, which is basically some sort of... It's like a melee weapon that you can install onto a person that becomes their hand. And it is powerful, and it is claw-like, as the name should imply. How about, you want to give them some gold too? You want some gold as well? You really don't like gold that much. Okay, well, let's do that. Offer gifts. And we're allied. Oh, hell yeah. That's awesome. So I'm not entirely sure whether South Hintior was... Alright, turn on the ship. Yeah, right now while they're here. That's actually a really good idea. Problem is, if I do that, I won't have enough time... Well, one, my defense... I'm legit. I am entertaining the idea. It's a very good idea to do that while these guys are functioning as my defense system. But... I don't have my defenses set up, so that would, I'll be at basically half capacity defending, and I don't have relations built with Kinship of Barrow yet to that degree. So if I can get 2 allies in the upcoming fights, and have static defenses, and have them there, ooh, I might actually be able to pull this off. But problem is, Kinship of Barrow is going to take a little bit more sweet talking. They're green. So, you know what? I may not be able to, but I can now that I have them as allies, I can call in South Hintior. Let's do Rokri. You want to just test this? Go to my comms console. I can call them and request immediate aid. Well, Rokri can't because he's just sort of standing there at the console and not speaking because he doesn't do any form of social interaction. But I I guess Tim could call them up and request immediate military aid. It'll cost me 25 goodwill, so they won't be allies anymore, but they will come and help me out in a pinch, so I don't even have to wait for these guys to be around. And they'll send... I'm not sure if military aid and trade are differently armed. Like, if military aid is better armed than these guys are, it might actually be better if I just wait. But yeah, after a long time of just building up relations with these guys, I don't know if they were the first faction I met, but they're definitely one of the first. We are now officially allied with them, so when I finally get to turn on the ship, which is going to be pretty damn soon, we'll be able to call on them for help. And they are a civilized faction, so they have weapons, they have firearms, and that should actually work in our favor pretty well. Hopefully they'll stick around for more than just one battle, but we'll see how it goes. That means someone else can do our fighting for us. Yay! So we can just literally hole up in a bunker and they can do the fight for us, and we'll just try and hold out best we can. I'm just gonna reinforce the wall more, why not? So I don't know how this is going to go with Kinship of Barrow now. I mean, if it took that much for me to build relations with South Hintior, and I still got another 50 points to go with Kinship of Barrow, this might take a little longer than I really can afford right now. But Akai's focused almost exclusively on defenses right now, which is really good. She's going to get started on that mini turret almost immediately here. Tim should be working on that in the morning. Rokri is working on HE shells, which we're going to be making a minefield with as a last line of defense. We're just going to put HE IEDs around here, and hopefully that'll, whatever comes after us, that'll hold them off. But I've been debating using a tactic that I wanted to try at some point. I tried it with another colony, but I had too many range defenses. I didn't actually get to test it. Was to do a field of hay grass or something that grows quickly, maybe rice, and do IED traps in the field and have that basically in the entrance to my base. So when they walk in and trip the incendiary IEDs, it sets fire to the whole field, and then anyone coming after it would have to walk through that fire just to get to my base. So that way, just sort of space it out so like there's a little buffer room where the fire won't jump into your base, but it's just this big field of fire that anyone who's coming in reinforcing would have to walk through, and meanwhile, there's turrets shooting at them too. That's a tactic I want to try some point, but I can't do that here because this is marsh, and I don't think I'm actually going to be able to grow in marsh. Pretty sure I can't. Oh, maybe I can. Grubby is fighting with Fairwing. Hey. Yo, don't do that. Oh, yeah, draw your guns on each other. She bit him. Hope he learned his lesson. Oh, Grubby. That herbal medicine, though. Holy crap. Alright, go get yourselves taken care of. Ugh, what started it? Let's find out. Probably just Grubby being fucking grubby. Oh, Fairwing started it. Of course. Fairwing insulted Grubby's stylishness. I guess that was sarcasm. Ah! This drove Grubby into a rage and he began the fight. So, Fairwing picked a little bit of a fight, okay. But honestly, I mean, come on, it's Grubby. He's asking for it. I'd pick a fight with him too. I don't like Grubby. I'm not sure if you picked that up. I don't like Grubby. But you know what? At least she's kind enough to come up to him after. She took a little time to think about it. She's like, you know what? Okay. I'll patch him up. I feel bad about that. I was trying to figure out what that sound was. That's my chem fuel refinery. So we've been taking our rice and turning it into chem fuel, which we then use to fuel the transport pod launcher, but also to make HE shells that we're going to be using for mortars and static defense. Ooh, we got 2 turrets up already. She is plugging along. Well done, Akai. Oh, I've got all this wart, too. I don't need this. I can get rid of that. It came out of a ship, or transport pods. Maybe I can gift that to the fucking douchebag dudes. Do they want more? Can I add more? I'm not sure if I can actually add more to a transport pod after it's been decided, which kind of sucks. Well, if that's the case, then Tim, why don't we see if we can trade with these guys? Because the wart we would be turning into beer, and we don't have the facilities for that. Did they not even, they probably don't even want it. Yeah, they don't want it. What if I gift it to you? No, you found this. You found this on the ground. We don't want that. Alright, Tim is going to be building the other turret. Because he is a boss. Thank you. Akai, if you don't mind just sort of throwing together the last of the power conduits here, that'd be swell. Oh, we got some trees. That's why. Did not think about that. What's Rat doing? Field work, of course. Yeah, why don't you come down here and chop down some trees? At some point, he lost his helmet. I don't know what happened. He doesn't wear a helmet anymore. I forgot what his hair looked like, because he's been wearing a helmet for so long. But it's scary to have a melee person that doesn't wear a helmet. It's like, maybe you should do something about that. No, with the fucking traps. We don't need it. No. We don't need any more of those. Okay, we have 2 of our mini turrets online. Yeah, I mean, you can deliver the resources to it, but just stop putting so much work into that. We need to get these on... Well, all the turrets are done. Yeah, the music... man, I've been playing this game for like 4 years, 3-4 years, and it's like... It still it's very similar to me to... It has a similar kind of effect, but very different at the same time as the music of Minecraft. Like, it just hits you. It's like the Halo music. Like, it just... Something happens to you that you only get from that game when that music comes in. You know what I'm saying. It's so hard to put that into words, but it's like, oh, it's like this nostalgia, and excitement. But with RimWorld, it's like a mix of terror and calmness. It's really weird. It's like the kind of chilling and watching your colony grow, but also something's lurking around the corner at the same time. That kind of feeling. Yoko is still alive. Yeah. Yeah, she's I think her greatest threat right now is old age. Honestly. She's been doing great. She's 11. She's in decent health. She just has dementia, and that's just from old age. Honestly, like, I'm surprised she's lived this long. Her life expectancy is 12, and she's 11. Like, she's an elderly dog, or wolf, I should say. Give her a little more respect than that. Yeah. Need to stop straight. Yeah, you went super late last night. I could hear you fading by the end of it. I was tempted to just be like, hey, should go to sleep. But man, it's so hard to stop playing. Because there's never a good time to stop. That's like the worst part about the game. You gotta make yourself stop. Let me just see. Animal corpses, insect corpses, and yeah, it's allowed. So why the hell is no one cremating the fucking mega spiders? Any worker. Ingredient radius. I didn't want to do the whole map, but we'll just do 100 then. It's probably close enough. Yeah, I had that problem with DayZ the other day, because it was my first time ever streaming it, my second day ever playing it, and I've been putting off playing that game until I had the right group of friends for the longest time, and then I finally said fuck it and just started playing, and I had the time of my life. You haven't played 7 Days yet? It's a fun one. I honestly, now that I've played DayZ, I'm like, oh, well, 7 Days is very different. It has a different kind of effect. But I'm like sucked into DayZ 100%. But like, I ended up streaming for like 3.5 hours and not even realize. I went like an hour over without even realizing it. I didn't even realize that it was dark out. You have DayZ on your wish list? Oh man, if you get it, let me know. Cause like I'm doing, I really want to focus on doing series that are like story based and very immersive and very connected to the characters and stuff. And there's a huge RP following for DayZ, and that's what I'm looking for right now, is to find a good RP server to really call my home and just become that character and make a whole video series out of like this character's life from when they woke up on the shores of whatever, Chernaris, right? And all the drama and adventure that ensues. So yeah, that's definitely been on my list. Another one is I'm talking to Ash about a lot of the RP stuff. She's very into it too. And we were gonna do GTA RP as a possibility, if we can find. Once again, it's all about finding a good server. GTA RP, DayZ RP, and there's a game called The Isle that I recommended to her today. That I've been watching another streamer who's all about immersion and stuff like that. He recommended it, and it's basically RP with dinosaurs, which is it's pretty cool. You can't get 5M to install? Oh, that's okay. Well, we could take a look at that. I got it to install right away. I didn't have, like, within like 20 minutes I was on a server, so we can take a look at that if you want. That would be really cool. If we can get a group together for that, that would be really sick. Just a couple people that's like, this is what we're doing tonight. I see it as like a D&D thing, but with different games. Oh, you're it might very well be. That's worth checking out. But yeah, if you can get that working, let me know, because I would be very, very interested in doing that. And I'm basically doing it anyway. I was playing DayZ earlier today. I'm probably going to be playing later tonight too. So I'm very into these kinds of things, and it is 100% all about playing with other people. So the door is wide open. It would be very, very fun. You got Ark? I have a bad taste in my mouth with Ark just because I had bad experiences with it. That's the only reason I haven't gone that route. It strikes me as being kind of similar to 7 Days to Die, in that, like, less about realistic immersion and more about progression and leveling and cool things, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. There isn't a lot of pull for me on Ark, to be honest. I'm much more into something that's just gonna be like, oh fuck, this shit just got really real, like that. It's hard to feel like, oh shit, should just like to really connect with the realism of a moment when there's like some sort of mechanoid dinosaur that's walking next to you that's got like neon colored shining out of it. And it breaks the immersion. I say that as I'm playing RimWorld. I know there's a bit of a paradox there. I get it. But that's just me. I don't know. I get different with games that are like multiplayer, I guess. I don't know. I'm back and forth. I'm gonna stop talking now. I'm really good at alienating people. Inspired recruitment. Raymond can now, because he's in a good mood. That's a comment I want to make for you for your colony last night, Stitch, is you had 2 inspirations at the same time. That is when you know you're doing really well. Because your people are in such a good mood that not just one person's in a good mood, but multiple people are in such a good mood that they're getting inspired. That's like, you can tell when you're on the right track when that stuff starts happening. So that was definitely like a mark of accomplishment last night. Yeah, it only happens when they're in like really high mood. So yeah, or like in a high mood for a long period of time too. So yeah, it's definitely a good sign. Raymond, who is not our recruiter at all, he is a researcher and cook, full-time cook. He will be able to successfully recruit the next prisoner regardless of difficulty or resistance as an instant recruit. Lasts for 8 days. Unfortunately, our prison is empty and has been for a while, and those traitors already left, so we can't take them prisoner, though it would piss off the faction, so it all ended well. And then there was that fire. Yeah, well, look, remember, there was a fire here too. I know all about fire. Hey, there was a fire here too. And there was a fire here too. I know. Oh, God. This is the second time that this has happened to me. I forgot about this. There's a defoliator ship here. That's going to serve as a bit of a timer for us getting off the planet, because if this ring here, thank you for encouraging me to look around the map a little bit. If this circle, you notice how it's entirely desolate and all the plants are dead. It's emitting some sort of technological pulse that is killing off all wildlife, well, not wildlife, but all flora, all plants in this area, in an increasingly widening radius around the ship. Expands at 4 tiles per day, so that's it's gonna take a bit before it hits our farms, but it is guarded by 6 scythers, which is not the end of the world. We could handle it, but all of our defenses on this side are down right now, entirely. These defenses aren't facing the right way, so they'd be engaging from a weird angle. It might work, it might not. If they engage over here, we're in pretty decent shape. But 6 is still a lot. They're armored, they're melee specialists, so we have the range advantage, which is good. But yeah, not too excited about it, to be honest. Not too excited about it. I've had bad luck with Scythers, so mechanoids in general. So yeah, that's on our list of things to do, is get rid of that as soon as possible. Or, which may be a possibility, get the hell off the planet before that radius hits our farm. That might be a better goal, honestly. I think we're getting close. I mean, honestly, look at how thick this fucking wall is. I am not messing around. It takes a guy like half the day just to get through this series of granite doors. But yeah, I mean, if we can get these defenses finished, which we're really close to, we have an ally now. If we get more defenses going up on this front, we'll unforbid this uranium slug turret and maybe get, I'd say... Oh, we don't have enough steel there. That's not good. What's Tim? Tim is sleeping. Let's put Tim back on mining. Primary. So we'll drop him down to secondary construction. If we get enough, I'd say we'll just do 2 mini turrets over here this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll do 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Should be fine. Once we get these turrets done, we should be hopefully good to go. We've got all those turrets there. I just showed off the defenses, so we're going to have 3 turrets here, uranium slug and 2 mini turrets, and we've got a uranium slug, a autocannon turret, and 2 mini turrets up top. All we got to do is put in some IEDs around here, somewhere where I think enemies are going to be pushing through, especially if we have an opening here. They'll try and hopefully they'll try and go around here through the traps, through the turrets, in here, and then have to go through whatever minefield I've set up in here. I hope. And I say that, and they're probably just going to drill right through the wall here, so I might just pepper some IED traps around the outside too. But the more I can get, the better. And that way I have a minefield set up, I've got the turrets. My people will be likely just sort of sitting inside, maybe sitting on here and then running inside when things get bad. And yeah, we're going to hit the reactor, we'll do that, and if we start getting overrun, we'll call in for reinforcements. Didn't really think about how I'm going to do that, actually. How am I going to get to the comms console? I should probably call reinforcements early then, shouldn't I? I just don't know if they're going to leave. Like, if the reinforcements leave before another raid comes in, I won't be able to go and call more. Oh, this just got complicated. I can build another comms console in here. How much does it cost? 120 and 4 components. That's not cheap. We can have it actually powered off the reactor of the fucking ship. It's like, yeah, this is our little holdout zone. Might be worth putting some food in here too, just in case. I don't know how long I'm gonna have to hold out for. Could I just move it? Unfortunately, no. I wish. I wish you could uninstall it. There's some things that you just can't uninstall, which really sucks. So yeah, you have to, I could deconstruct it. That's something. Yeah. I know, it's frustrating. That happens with some stuff. So it's like, why the hell can't I reinstall it? You can't do that with the fabrication bench either. You can't do it with the research bench. So if you place a high-tech research bench and you don't like where you put it, guess what? You better change the room, because you gotta deconstruct it, and if you deconstruct it, you're gonna lose resources. You're not gonna get a full refund on that. So yeah, that's what I did not think that through. So I could, what I'm immediately thinking is, well, I could make a little defensive corridor. That's you know, it's like a South Hintior's back with another bulk goods trader. Are they sending me hints? Man, oh man, I'm so tempted. If I start up the ship while their caravan's here and call in military support from them at the same time, Will I get twice the support? Like, I don't know if they're gonna send me military aid if I already have people from. I'm trying so hard to game the system right now. They're like, quickly, call them up for military aid before their before their caravan checks in. But it's not like they have like walkie-talkies or anything. I'm just checking people here because Bowman's husband is still out there and she still hasn't met him. He's part of South Hintior. He's part of their faction. They've been coming by the colony regularly for the past 4 years, and he's never come by. To the point where, well, now that they're allies, it's like there's no way that Bowman doesn't know at this point that her husband is still on is on this planet. Not only is he still alive after almost 2,500 years, but he's actually part of your allied faction. He just hasn't come by yet because, you know, I guess it's not important enough to come by and visit your ex-wife, or I guess current wife. That's complicated. Yeah, every time I get a trade caravan coming in from South Hintior, I'm like, okay, check for names. Check the names. Because we're looking for, what's his name? Justin Lucas. That's her husband. It'd be really funny if, like, we ran into Loser. She popped up. It doesn't even say that Bowman... In this universe, in this alternate universe, she doesn't have kids yet. Or Mello. Yeah, well, Mello... Oh, it would be even more perplexing if Mello came out. But I gotta show you this real quick, because after you playing yesterday, look at the similarity here. I'm gonna drop the flak helmet. She has the same hair that Reed does. She has a little bit different body shape and maybe face shape, but she has exactly the same hair color and hairstyle. That's why I was like, oh, no way, that's so cool. Reed actually looks like Bowman. Got a little giggle out of that. All right, Tim, let's go see what they have. At very least, we'll just scope that out. Oh, it's all practice. It's all practice. You get there. And it shows. It shows, like, that you're putting a lot of effort into it and it's translating. So, yeah, they just keep at it and it does get easier. It's always work in progress. But RimWorld's a great place to start with that, or at least it's very rich. It's a rich mineral vein. It's a good place to access it because the story is always happening. There's always something to tell, and so it's not something like I'm a little daunted by doing DayZ or something slower paced, where there's less information being given to you, because then it's like, what do you talk about in the downtime? Like, how do you fill up the space? That's the hardest part. But yeah, RimWorld's built for it. It's great, and I'm really glad to see that you're taking that approach. The world needs more people like us. Let's see what they have. I don't think they have anything that I actually need. They have components again, but I spent most of my money already. Oh, we didn't launch the transport pod. We can get rid of the rest of our fur, though. How about that? Oh, wow, that's a lot of money. Holy shit, 450. Wow. Okay, we'll do that, and give us components, please. No. Just 10. 10 is fine. Thank you. Have a good day. Oh, we're not entirely loaded up yet. That's why. Hi, Dougie. Gift. Yeah. I don't. I'm back and forth because I already have done it, and I might need more. I'm trying to do trade right now. Exchange. I'm tempted. I'm tempted. The problem is I don't have a lot of stuff. I'm running low on things, and I need to be throwing things at Kinship of Barrow too. In case I need to call them twice. That is actually a really good. Yeah, that is a good point. That is a very good point. Yeah, actually, that is an incredibly good point. What could I give them? They're bulk goods. Can I build furniture right now? I'm thinking about this. If I can do like slate beds and get some really good quality ones, real quick, just get Tim and Akai to make some beds, and then uninstall them and then try and sell them. That might work. If they're valuable. Let's just prop this door open. There you go, Kai. See how quick you can work. Oh boy, that's gonna take a bit. Yeah, I just don't have a lot of things. Like, I have cocaine. They just didn't seem... Did they like it? Hey guys, did you like the cocaine? We got more. There's more where that came from. You know what? We can make a donation right now. Problem is Tim is my builder. And yeah, and I'm trying to spread out the gifts because if I can call in, if I call in them, I can only call in one at a time. But if I call in them and Kinship of Barrow, I can call in both at the same time if I need it. I'm afraid of getting overrun, even with my military aid. This is an excellent quality. Let's uninstall that. Akai's going to get working on the next one. This is good quality. That will do. Tim, let's see if we can gift them cocaine. Some ambrosia here too. Oh, the elephants have been eating the ambrosia. That's where it's been going. You got a bunch of druggy elephants. What are you doing? They don't even get high off of it. They're just eating it. It's like, this is good food. Okay, gift. Very good idea with the gifts. Thank you for that. Oh, insect jelly. I could give them that. They'll like that. 4 from that. Tasty drugs. Doesn't even get us high. They're like, what are you doing? Okay, all the cocaine, all the insect jelly is 11. You want a prosthetic arm too? That's another 1. And they didn't really like the gold. What if I do 100? That's 16. Wooden bed, they don't like any of this. You don't like these things. Oh, okay, so that's the bed. The bed won't even bring them up 1 point. But 4 of them might. Welcome to my world. Would you guys like 50 slate beds? I promise they're good. You'll love them. Here, have some insect meat too. Oh, you actually will take it. Okay. Ooh, cloth. They might like cloth. 21. We're getting there. Oh, do we do the elephant leather? 22. 23. If we do all the elephant leather, it's 24. Oh, fire foam shells. How about that? 25. That'll do it. Do we do this? Do we get rid of all the elephant leather? Is it worth it? I think it's worth it. I think that's just fair. This is a lot of things we're giving them. The 100 gold is like... We've been sitting on this gold since like the first year. It's insane how long we've been sitting on this gold. Now's the time. Now's the time. Alright, offer gifts. Alright, went from 77 to 100. Thank you for that. Thank you for reminding me of that. That is very helpful. And we got some components out of the deal. And we got some silver out of the deal, too. Oh, do I have any silver deposits just sitting around? I do have a little bit over here. I could send silver to Kinship of Barrow. Just pure silver. Everyone likes silver. That's not much, but it'll be something. Oh, we should probably be careful of that. I still have a lot of steel around the map. It's kind of inaccessible. Well, it's a good thing I did that because now it's gone from 100 down to 90. It's degraded just as it does over time, so I still get the 2 shots on that. I can still do, right? Oh, maybe I can't. I don't know. Oh, the wart is rotting in the storage room. That's fine. We don't even want it. A bunch of crap. It's taking us so long to just individually load in all of the fucking clubs. There's so many of them. Fairwing's been doing it all day long. Let's uninstall these beds and see if we can actually... We can get rid of these. See what they'll actually give us for it. Tim? Where are you? Oh. Oh, you're going for the silver. You're pretty far away. Who else does social? Bowman. Fairwing? Fairwing. You're right here. And then when you're done, can you haul the components in? Thank you. Really? All 3 of them? Not even worth 1. Not even worth 1. Okay, we'll do it for money then. Fucking jerks. Yeah, but you'll give me 86 silver for it. Ay, ay, ay. Man is constantly cleaning this place every single day, and somehow it's still dirty. I don't understand how this happens. Go clean the hospital first. Just focus. Just checking in on him because I want him to... Needs a new mop. Yeah, he needs a new bucket machine. Man is my my Viscera cleanup man. Alright, bud. You want to try and, Oh, Rat's actually going to do it. Cool. See if we can finish loading in that transport pod. What else needs to go in here? That's so much stuff. Holy crap. Yeah. Let's see if man can do it. Load that transport pod. Let's get it done. I know you're probably not the best person to haul because you have 2 prosthetic legs. You're not the quickest person in the colony, but... no one else is available to do it. So when we get this finished up and launched, we'll see what kind of effect that's going to have on the Kinship of Barrow, that tribal faction. Hopefully that will build relations significantly. No, just keep loading it until it's done. Don't just bring one thing. I'm gonna turn off automatic refuel real quick because I actually need that fuel to be going into mortar shells, which I will need more of. Say 30. And we can get started building those, I guess. IED traps, they cost 2 per... 2 shells per trap, so let's see. This feels really weird to put this right next to my deep drill that I use every single day. Maybe we'll do that in a little bit. Let's get resources full first. Man, load the fucking transport. Come on, dude. I don't want to have to keep doing this. I'm gonna bump you up to top hauler now, just because you're being a real jerk about it. Wow, it's been a while since I've seen Raymond making slate blocks. Damn it, man! Come on, man. Load that transport pod. Need slate. No, you know what? We need granite chunks. That's what we don't need slate chunks anymore. We're just. Hey, do 800. We'll suspend any. Eat a meal. There you go. Alright, so grab and load. And how many more times do you have to do that? Looks like 3. Hopefully that's it. Hopefully that's the end of it. And then we can launch this and see whether that's going to have a significant impact on the kinship of Barrow. Oh yeah, it was really nice to see someone else interacting with their colonists the way that I interact with them. I'm like, oh, he's getting there. Yay. Welcome to veterancy with the game, where you start going, oh, good lord, what the hell? And you start, like, legitimately, like, your colonists just start legitimately getting on your nerves. Just like, why are you making such stupid decisions? Please stop doing that. Like, you start really getting to know them. Yeah, I was like that with Fairwing for a very long time. I'm now understanding Fairwing a little bit better, and she's won me over a lot more. I was like that with Rokri for a while. I'm back and forth with him. Man, yeah. Definitely. Grubby is still 100% on my shit list. Colonists can't finish loading the transport pods because some items or people became unavailable to chinchilla fur. Okay, that's totally fine. We don't need it. Don't need it. So that should be good to go. Launch group. Chinchilla fur is missing. Confirm. We already sold it. That's why it's not there. Alright. Generating the planet. So we're going to launch this over to Kinship of Barrow. Holy shit, that's going to give us plus 30. Plus 30. It doesn't really matter where we launch it. Okay, I right-clicked and it canceled, apparently. So, left-click. Woo! Goodbye, things. Cool. Relations from Kinship of Barrow with Kinship of Barrow have changed from 25 to 55. Whew. Alright. Just got to do that again. And that was a full transport pod full of really valuable shit. So, wish we had an artist. Ooh, Rokri is an artist. Too bad he's also the only crafter that we have, and we really need that. If we had a good artist, he's not a good artist either, he's level 4, then we'd be able to make things that are quite valuable and launch them over to these people periodically from resources that are replenishable. We have a lot of slate, and we could just make that into statues. But unfortunately, we don't have a good artist or someone who's available to be doing art steadily because we have a lot of things that we need to be getting done regularly. Just everyday things, and their schedules are pretty well packed. Raymond seems to have some downtime, and Grubby as well. So let's look at... He has an artistic skill of 1. Oh, you know what? I'm pretty sure I can put animals in there. Is it worth gifting animals? I don't know. Because if I tame a bunch of animals, like exotic wildlife and stuff, and send them over in transport pods, maybe they'll like that. Like chinchillas. We could do a couple. I think they will. I mean, people survive in transport pods. They should absolutely be fine. You know what? I could take prisoners and then just shoot them over in transport pods. Hey, here you go. I found this. I thought you might like it. It's one of your friends. You know what? You could do that probably too. That's the funny thing. I don't know how that's gonna go over. It might not go well. But the animals thing might work. So I'm thinking if I can get chinchillas or something valuable, something exotic, something that would be going for a decent price that will fit inside a transport pod, and I launch that, man, if I caught a scyther and launched it over there, that'd be funny. Yeah, that could be interesting. We get alpacas. Those are easy to tame, as we well know. But I think chinchillas could be valuable. I mean, they're worth 150. Cassowaries are worth 186. That's actually better. Alpacas are worth 350. Damn. Oh, boomalopes though. They're 350 too. Okay. Well, seems like alpaca. I don't think a rhino's gonna fit in a transport pod. I had that problem where I was trying to launch a caravan instead of going on foot, and I couldn't do it because the animals wouldn't fit into transport pods. They were too big. So the elephants and the rhinos don't fit into transport pods, but I'm pretty sure that smaller animals do. Alright, we got that uranium slug turret done. That's good. We're getting there. 2 more turrets to go and we're done. Allow, and that can be allowed. Well, some travelers from Kinship of Barrow. Maybe we could capture one, put them in a transport pod, and then launch them back to the base. Here's a gift. It's your friend who was walking by. It's Ambus. What about capybaras? 150. They're not. Okay, so I guess alpacas are probably the most valuable that can actually fit in there. They're more valuable than anything that we've found. And they're super easy to tame, too. They're level 1. Alright, well, how about we tame some alpacas? How about that? We can have them graze out here. That's way too many. That's way too many. I don't need that many. Oh, but I can train them to attack and I can send them in as cannon fodder. Yay, we'll do that. There's no downside to this. They can graze in them out here. I'm going to stop talking myself out of good ideas. This is a good idea. New area. Alpaca arena. And then they can just graze out here. Go for it. Go nuts. Enjoy yourself. So once we get them, we'll pop them in that area and they can just hang out by the turrets. Yay. So, let's figure out where we are. Shall we? We got most of the turrets set. The ship is pretty much done. We're a little low on steel, which is not good. What is Tim doing? I want to make sure he's taking a little break. Hopefully he's going to go back to mining immediately after. He is set to warden and mine, so that's good. We'll get him. He'll come down and mine when he's done. We need to replenish our steel supply. Most of it is disappearing very quickly because of our production of HE shells. Those are going to be going into also my turrets. It's probably the turrets, honestly, that they take 100 each. But we're building turrets and IEDs so that we can set up static defenses, so our people don't have to defend quite as much and make their work a little bit easier when we hit the start ship button and the baddies come on in. That's going to be happening at this rate probably next stream. I wasn't sure whether it's actually going to happen this stream or not, and it most likely is going to happen either next stream or the one after, but hopefully next stream. And we already got an alpaca. Cool. I want to see, especially since just one transport pod worth of goods got 30 goodwill from Kinship of Barrow. If I can get them up to 100, I can call in reinforcements twice from 2 different factions. But at very least, I want to get them up to 75 so I can call in reinforcements from them. If I can get reinforcements from 2 factions, and possibly 2 waves of reinforcements from South Hintior, then I'm very confident in pushing that button. I'm not so confident in my defenses right now. I think we could do better. I think this isn't really that well thought out, but I think we're ready, honestly. I feel like the longer I wait, the more bad things are gonna happen to weaken me. And yeah, so I want to pull the trigger on this pretty quick. So I think I'm gonna try and set a goal of hitting that button during the next stream. So we'll get as far as we can with Kinship of Barrow next stream, and then see if we can hit that button, and once we do, hell's gonna break loose. So, takeoff requires a long power-up process that's likely to attract raiders. We don't know how long that process is. We don't... I don't know. So... maybe I can put I don't know if a long process means like a couple hours, a full day, several days. I don't know. Oh, good lord. If it's that long, I'm screwed. I'm screwed. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens. Yeah. If it's 2 weeks, if it's a full season, we're done. We're done. There's no way. Yeah, no. We're screwed. There's no way we can hold off against consecutive raids for that long. So we'll see. We'll see how long it takes. And but once we hit the button, there's no going back. And we are committed, and our crew is gonna just ride it out as long as it can. So what I was thinking is, could potentially do an extra barracks here, like a temporary barracks if it's going to be a couple days. We can get some food stored here, get some beds so that they don't have to go all the way up and be separated from the ship. They can be just sort of ready to go. It's a possibility. We could throw something together, chop down a bunch of wood and just build something just thrown together. We'll address that at the beginning of next stream, though. For right now, I think it's about time to transition into the next stage of my evening. Yep. So, yeah, that pretty much wraps up where we're at. I wanted to get the primary defenses done during my stream this stream, and we did. We lost all of these, but we rebuilt these. So, I mean, if we hadn't lost these, we would have been very much good to go. But we got blitzed by an infestation right when we started the stream, so that sucks. But right now, all we got to do is build up relations with Kinship of Barrow. We're already pretty much good with South Hintior, and get our static defenses to the point where I'm not shaking and pissing myself. The ship, I'm honestly, at this point, Grubby is staying behind. The other ship, not entirely sure I have to worry about it, if I'm being honest. It depends on whether I'm, it's definitely worth catching up on it, we do have this. It is going to be a timer, basically. It's going to go 4 tiles a day. So, like, that far per day. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we got some time. We got some time before it hits our food fields down here. So, not an immediate threat, but it is absolutely something that's going to need to be taken care of. It's escorted by 6 scythers, so it's no small escort, no small accompaniment, but it is something that I'm avoiding dealing with potential casualties there. So, yeah, that is definitely a factor, but one that I'm not really, it's not at the top of my list. Currently, Grubby is not coming with us. That's just sort of where things stand. We'll see where we get with advanced components. I know I have some. I saw them. There we go. We have 1. So if I can get 3 advanced components cranked out by Rokri. Yep, I already set the bill for it, so he's got the last 3. If he cranks them out, by the time we get everything situated with Kinship of Barrow and all the defenses up, I'll leave it entirely up to Rokri whether Grubby comes. Because honestly, I think Grubby would be happy here, and he's going out to tame even more animals to make animal friends, and then he can live here on his farm with his animals, and that could be nice for him. I don't know. Then he's not stuck stinking up the ship the whole time. We don't have to be stuck with him. So, currently Grubby is not coming, and we'll figure it out. But yeah. That's where we're at. Next stream, our goals will be to get defenses fixed, Kinship of Barrow, get relations set with them, and start her up. That's the goal. And then pray. You scared the crap out of me with 14 days. That better not be a real number. I'll be really upset. Oh, that's a start screen. That's the end screen. What do you know? Alright, and we're going to save and quit to menu. Commitment mode. Yay, the only time you can save short of autosaves. Alright. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for dropping by. I really appreciate it. This was a fun stream. I really enjoy doing streams over here. It's very different. Yeah, it's cool. This is where RimWorld lives. If you want to see other sort of variety streaming, I'm doing DayZ is now the new one, but I've been doing Minecraft and 7 Days to Die and stuff like that. Been doing that over on Twitch. Whoa, mic pop, my apologies. Twitch.tv/Rimbles. There should be a link in the description. If there isn't, then yell at YouTube for not letting that link be functional. At very least, you can find all the links that you're looking for, my Twitch and my YouTube. In case you need my YouTube link, since, you know, you're here already, it's on my Twitter as well. Twitter's probably the easiest place to find me, I guess. Some people have had some issues with Twitter, but I don't know. People are back and forth with Twitter. It's weird. Some people are rave about it, and it's the best place to be. Some people are like, I can't even log in, so I don't know. But right now, Twitter is probably the best way to get a hold of me and stay in the loop with what's going on, projects I'm working on, stuff like that. So if you want to give a follow over there, it's at It's Rimbles right there on your screen. There should be a link in the description below as well. And yeah, I just started trying to get on my Instagram more. I really want to stay on that. I like the format of Instagram better. I just don't like the fact that you can't post fucking links. It really frustrates me. Really sucks. But it's much more of a visual format, which works for me as being, you know, doing video and visual art and stuff. So if you have Instagram, you want to check that out, I'll get that added to my graphic here. I'm Rimbles over there. So Instagram.com/Rimbles. I'm gonna give a follow over there. And I guess both Twitter and Instagram will have updates when the new videos come out. They come out every Tuesday, and I be doing my stream over here. that afternoon, 5 p.m. Eastern, I come over and do the RimWorld stream here on release days. So yeah, the only additional part of my ramble here is Patreon. Then that's by far the best way to keep content creators like myself, keep them supported in being able to allocate the time and resources to be creating things like this. It's typically something that you can actually be part of the process with as well, which is pretty cool. So with Patreon, they put supporting content creators at the absolute forefront, which is why I'm a huge fan of them. It's like their number one goal, period. And through Patreon, I've opened up the doors so that if people want to be, for the next playthrough, we're going to be doing a modded playthrough and maybe doing royalty DLC. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know how it mixes and plays with other mods. But we'll figure it out. But if you want to be part of that experience through having one of the characters in the game named after you, something like that, well, the patrons will have characters named after them. And currently the patrons are voting on which mods we're going to be playing. It's pretty much decided. It's come close. But things like that, I always consult patrons first. So you get to be part of the process of creating these stories and this adventure. So it's a pretty cool thing. So you can check that out, patreon.com/rimbles. There should be a link below, but you know what? Sometimes things don't work, so yeah. The only last announcement that I have now at the end of my ramble is I am currently working on, I've announced it a couple times on Twitter and on Twitch. I'm working on a companion series that basically is the story of individual colonists from their genesis, that when they joined the colony, and all the way to whatever end they might have. Whether it's escaping the planet or a grisly death or being captured or whatever it might be, wherever their story ends with the colony of prosperity. So I'm making a lot of progress with it. It's different because it's longer form. Currently that video is at about 21 minutes, and I'm back and forth with the format, so I'm still figuring that out, getting a feel for pacing and all that stuff. So I want to keep you guys posted on how that's going along. That with more of a biographical one, that's like a character profile thing, it's likely going to be longer. So if that's something that you want, is sort of a longer form video, like if I did one on Bowman, it would probably be like I can't even picture how long it would be. It would be very long. So I'd have to really, it would take a lot of work to pick which ones would make the cut and what kind of a length. So if you guys are down for like half-hour videos, let me know. If you think it would be better suited to have something that's more like 15 minutes, like the RimWorld Adventures, that kind of length, let me know. Twitter's probably currently the best place to give me that feedback. So yeah, if you want to give me your opinion, I'd greatly appreciate it, and either way, I'll crank that out as quickly as I possibly can, while not sacrificing time put into RimWorld Adventure. But yeah, I'm going to peace out for now. We will be back tomorrow. I've got the day off, and I can breathe for a little bit and take the doggy out to go and hopefully go on a hike. That would be really nice, because the weather's been very nice. I will be back on Thursday over on twitch.tv/Rimbles, and most likely playing DayZ on a RP server that is yet to be determined, because I'm probably leaving the one that I'm on right now because it has too much loot and too few people, and that makes me feel spoiled. So I'm going to be moving. But thank you guys for hanging out. I will see you guys on Thursday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.